Welcome back to the Paratroop. My name is Mrs. Troop. I am a level 2 one-on-one paraprofessional in a learning support classroom, actually more so regular ed classroom, and I wanted to share my paraprofessional binder. A few years ago, one of the autistic support teachers shared with me a very thin binder that entailed all of my roles and duties as a paraprofessional in her particular classroom. I have since then updated it to this big whammy of a binder, and I wanted to share it with you. This is in no way sponsored, but I did want to show exactly what kind of binder it is. It is an old school McGraw-Hill education binder. Sometimes I think when you order textbooks, they put workbooks and supplemental materials in this type of binder, and the teacher gave it to me. I absolutely love it because of all of the compartments in it. So this is the title page, which I have just taken offline. It says Paraprofessional Binder. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. And the quote is by Helen Keller. And this is from Simply Special Ed. I believe this was taken from like one of those teacher pages that you can share. So, oh my goodness. It's so, okay, I'll just show you really quick. These are the compartments. There's pockets right here. I have dividers, pencil case, and more compartment in the back. So right off the bat, here is my ID that I keep in here, or actually in the morning I'll keep it on me, but I didn't want to show the actual school district name. This is me, Mrs. Troop, staff. Look at my cute picture. Hi. Everybody talks about this picture because it was like a professional photo shoot. So now I have a very small double-sided whiteboard. This comes in so much handy with my student because I can jot down things with him. I can actually help keep him engaged, and I can explain things better to him that he might have a problem with while the teacher is teaching. But because I essentially am a teacher, I can help assist him in that. I have whiteboard erasers. I also listed some reminders. I didn't want to put rules. I don't like that name. You know, kids hate that, right? So I just put rules, reminders. And basically, it just says listen and respect teachers, carry my own belongings, because he tried me. He wanted me to carry his things. He is absolutely able to carry his own things. He's in the 5th grade now. He's a big boy. He doesn't have any physical disability, okay? Number 3, only give high fives and fist bumps. Now, you know, as the kids, especially the boys, get older, they want to hug a little bit more, and it's usually in this area. No. High fives, fist bumps, okay? So that keeps him protected and me protected, okay? Good tip for educators, okay? And I learned that as a 5th grade teacher. Now, number 4, follow directions when given. And number 5, ask Mrs. Troop for help before asking the other teachers. So his actual special education teacher wanted to instill in him that I am a teacher as well. So that's why we say other teachers. And he doesn't call me a paraprofessional or an assistant. He recognizes me as a teacher. And that was something that she instituted because I think she wanted to receive that respect level from him, since I'm the one with him all day, wherever he goes from start to finish. All right. Then we have the handy dandy pencil case. It comes with so much in here. I have glue stick, whiteout, eraser, pencil sharpener. It's easy to have this so I can keep him from getting up as much and using excuses to get up and mess with kids and all that. And then we have Post-its. I have a pair of scissors in here. He also has his own materials. This is just for me to help assist him, or if I need to make something myself, I have it on hand. Also, I have a bunch of highlighters, expo markers, pencils, pens, markers, you name it, colored pencils. I have it all in here. That's why it's so full and packed. I also, another tip, if you have a kid that's older, they can read, instead of always giving them a verbal direction, you can jot something down and put it in front of them. Let them read it, because there's also a social piece. You don't want to always embarrass them in front of their other classmates, especially if there's a social piece and they're trying to fit in a little bit better. You kind of stick out because you're in a regular ed classroom. This is for special education parents in a regular ed classroom. It might be a little bit easier in the special ed classroom to give them a verbal direction, but also if you're trying to transition them and get them more independent, which is the goal, it doesn't always have to be verbal, okay? And I think he really appreciates that. Here I have my daily schedule. This is just a divider that has some pockets in it. I have the daily schedule, so as soon as I open it up, this is last year, so I have to redo this. We start next week. The daily schedule, it has everything from the time, the type of the class, the teacher's name, and the room number. And we, as you can see, this is a bunch of things. We switch all day long. This is not like a one classroom deal. We're all, in there. This is a unpacking and packing log for me. When I first met him, he took a really long time to pack and unpack. So I started timing it, and I didn't tell him right away. And then he caught on to what I was doing. So now he wants to beat his time. But I told him we want to be accurate, not just fast. So it's not a rush. That's why I did not tell him initially that I was timing him. Now he knows that, if I can get it done in a minute and a half to 2 minutes and have everything and not have to go back, that's great. And that's the goal. It doesn't have to be 5 or 10 minutes. He doesn't need all of that time. Okay, this is also my SSR log. And none of this stuff is what his teacher has asked me to do. It's just helped him get better acclimated in the classroom. Now, his teachers that I work with in the classroom, they absolutely love it because it keeps them from having to redirect him. I'm his one-on-one. It's my job. So I make sure that he stays engaged. I will write down his duration of reading, if he was engaged, if he had to get redirected, all of that. Also, if he was out of school or there was no school, I log all of that. And I don't know what this is. Oh, that's just empty. Then we have, this is all the information that teacher I told you about. She gave me all of this information about my roles, my daily duties. Also, it has verbal operants and errorless teaching. These are for definitely for students that have autism. And I keep all of this because I do interchangeable. Sometimes if they need me in the autistic classroom and my student is absent, I will definitely work in there. I have a lot of experience in special ed. I have not worked in an emotional support classroom yet. And so I guess that would be my next bullet on my resume. So it also has some housekeeping stuff in here that has to do with district specific information. And then I have some tools in here that help me with him. I don't want to show it because it has his name on it, but it's a handwriting tool. It helps him write his letters better. This is just a sign that says stay focused. That means I don't have to tell him verbally. I can just put it out there, tell him to stay focused. And some other tools that he needs. Oh, this will help if he needs to track something. If there's too many words on a page, a lot of people underestimate this tool. A simple black strip, it doesn't have to be black, it could be any color, but if there's too many words on the page, let me get one that has a little bit more words. Too many words on the page, too many words might confuse him, and it might be too much. So as he's reading, then just go to the next line, and he can do this himself or she. You don't have to physically do it for them, but if to keep them on track, you may want to. But it definitely helps them, and it definitely helps build their confidence. We don't talk about that enough in special education, confidence building and being motivational, giving them their flowers now. As a paraprofessional, and I will get into this, it is not our job to give their parents an update on where they are academically. So informally, I will let my student know if he's improving. That's a good thing, okay? So, and then I have just a list of all the teachers that he's working with and their room number and their emails, even though I have an email system and all of that. Here is his IEP. This is what I will say. As I wish I could just say the district that I'm in, because kudos to them. This is the first time a district has given me a printout of my students' IEP, not just their PBIS. PBSP, that's Positive Behavior Support Plan. The IEP is Individualized Education Program. A lot of people will say plan, but it's called a program. And this has all of his SDIs. So we will get into all of those acronyms and initials because it's a lot in special education. And then here is my specific district info. This has new hire information, the payment schedule, all of those things. This is so helpful to just have everything in one spot. You don't have to go look for it in your house. It's all there. Another thing, all of my certificates, and I have quite a bit. All of my certificates are in here. This is all of the professional development training that we do. It goes from students experiencing homelessness, awareness and understanding, sexual misconduct, staff to students, sexual harassment, staff to staff, medication administration, auto injectors, crime and delinquency. What else is in here? It's so much in here. We have first aid, we have CPR, we have mandated reporting. Very important. You are a mandate reporter. If you see something, you have to say something. Student records, emergency preparedness and response, tobacco and vaping products, discrimination for affecting student sexual harassment, another one affecting staff, educator misconduct, conduct disciplinary issues, drug and student and substance abuse. And I'm just listing all this because when educators give excuses for they didn't know, that is absolutely like crap. You know, they have definitely given you all of the information. Whether you paid attention to it or whether you took heed to it are two different things. Cyberbullying. I really enjoyed this one. Cyberbullying, dress and grooming, conflict of interest, child abuse, trauma-informed approaches, trauma-sensitive practices, educator discipline, a lot of sexual misconduct in here, first aid. Okay, so some of these are duplicates from my year prior. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR. Mandate reporting. And then, of course, my employee handbook. You have to sign on the employee handbook. So you're responsible, whether you read it or not, you're responsible for your employee handbook. And here on the back is I have a ruler with a sharp edge, so that's why I keep it in the back. I also have some extra laminator sheets in case I want to laminate something. A lot of times I like to laminate the schedule because I know I'm going to use it a lot. And then I have a picture of my kids. So these are outdated. My son this is a high school picture of him in high school. So cute, right? He does not run track in college because he's a double major. And this is a picture of my daughter in elementary school. She plays 6 instruments. I am so proud of my kids. They're super smart. She's an honor student. I just love them. Okay, so that is the end of this video. And I also love the fact that this binder zips. And it has a handle. You can carry it to work like this. This is your briefcase, basically. You can just carry this from class to class, and that's really all you need. But I do have another bag full of essentials, and you can stay tuned for the next video for that. Again, my name is Mrs. Troop, and you have watched The Paratroop. God bless. Bye.